Doesn't that move you? Don't you feel anything? Is it because you're afraid of Agni? Well then let's fight him. Let's work together and fight him. But not this! Or don't fight ever again and come and dance with me. No matter how the rest of the world remembers you. Even if they put your name next to Hitler's and Baghdadi's, or Chengbei, or Yama, or Angra Mainyu, or Agni, I think you're kind and beautiful, and you will have a friend in me. I swear, you will have a friend in me.
Hello, my name is Yosef Thana, and I am writer and director for the upcoming animated film Seeking Scarlet at the End of the World, which is, if all goes well, slated to be released in 2019. So, to give you some background, in 2016, myself and a couple of producers started the fledgling multimedia studio, Hei Stories. And the aim of Hei is basically to tell really enchanting stories which push the boundaries of the imagination, whilst having something to say about us, about the human race, about society, about civilization. And as a part of that, I had written a series of books over the course of 10 years, and these included Seeking Scarlet at the End of the World, The Sunflower Diaries, and all these big kind of like fantasy epics, or stories in what I like to call speculative romance. And that basically means is it utilizes horror, science fiction, magical realism, and fantasy in the context of an epic romance. So like what you'd have with, say, Charles Dickens, for example. It's all set in this massive universe of Kaleidoscope. Now, Kaleidoscope is basically the name of our universe, the universe that we currently live in. But I've kind of like altered its history, added some knowledge to things that we don't know. And it's got millennia of history, countless worlds, countless characters. It's a universe in which stars are alive and breathe and sing to one another. In which the darkness of space is ruled over by an eclipse king, which is this unknowable entity, in which worlds are connected by bridges of thoughts and feelings. And at the core of Kaleidoscope is this idea that emotions, thoughts, and feelings exist somewhere. You know, that they exist in an underbase, in a realm within our realm. And that's where a lot of the superpowers and the gods and deities come from that feature in our stories. So Seeking Scarlet at the End of the World is going to be a wholly original animated film, and we've been building up to it. So originally it was a book, and then we spent about a year producing an animatic, a 2-hour animatic, which combines original art, music, and voice acting and story, to tell a very specific part of the Seeking Scarlet saga, and that was aired in London in January of this year, of 2017, and it will be aired again in March. Basically, we will never recycle a story. We will never recycle iterations of the saga. So basically, if you watch the animatic, or if you read the book, or if you read the short stories, or listen to the audio stuff, you will always be getting a different part of the Seeking Scarlet saga. Now, what is Seeking Scarlet? Seeking Scarlet is this tale of a world in which 4 great factions rose, composed of people with special abilities and deities called constellations. So these 4 factions basically went to war over their ideals, over what they view as a better world. You know, each one of them wanted to change the world for the better, and had a different way of interpreting what that meant. And they went to war, and 2 survived. Two of these factions survived: the Orion Alliance and the Rain Dance. And the Orion Alliance is very idealistic, whereas the Rain Dance is based on resistance and rebellion. And time passes, and basically we have a whole load of problems. You know, we have people resorting to bigotry and to prejudice, particularly in the face of people with special abilities following these wars, that what I call the romance of the 4 shards. And but then a certain figure appears, and that figure is a young woman named Asem. And Asem is a fragment, so she's a person with special abilities, but the likes of which we have never seen before. She literally draws power from the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of people from around the globe. she can literally hear prayers. And we draw a lot of inspiration from Makoto Shinkai and Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata and Cartoon Saloon, who are the creators of The Secret of Kells, and a lot of really classic anime like Escaflowne and Raxephon, like particularly the tone of Raxephon. And basically we're trying to create a really magical, a really mystical, a really mysterious, a really enchanting story, which still has something to contribute to our understanding of ourselves and as human beings in our relationships. And we're, in terms of the storytelling style, although the world is grand and epic and fantastic, we're really trying to slow it down and focus on little aspects of the world, on moments of intimacy, of times when Asem is serving tea to a ruined metal deity in a field of flowers, whom she sees as a friend she can talk to, or where she helps a boy find his courage in another dimension by going off with him on a walk. And at its core, it is a love story. So the protagonist, yes, it's Asem, but there's another character who comes to the forefront, and that is Petra. So Asem is non-binary in her sexuality, and so her partner is a normal human being rather than a fragment called Petra. And Petra is more than Asem's lowest light. She is her link back to humanity. She's her inspiration for being human. The story centers around this idea that Asem lost. So she became this symbol of hope for the world, but she lost to a character called the Great Secret Keeper. And the Great Secret Keeper has the exact same powers as Asem, but where she draws power from hope and joy, he draws his powers from grief and hatred. So the more destruction, the more death he causes, the more powerful he becomes. And he wins. He wins. So what this basically means to Asem is that the world chose him, because the world gave him power to defeat her. And he brutalizes her. And so she retreats into herself and away from the world and grieves, And I hope that a lot of people will be able to connect with this, because I think there's a point in all our lives where we lose a great battle. And so we withdraw into ourselves. And this is what Asem is going through. It's about her emotional journey. And Petra, who is her powerless partner, is trying to bring Asem back from the brink and teach her that life is worth living again. And so I really want to tell a very intimate love story at the same time, in the tradition of many of the Studio Ghibli stuff, and a little bit like Steven Universe, perhaps, in some ways. That said, we are also looking for the kind of like visceral style of something like Akira. So we're combining multiple styles here. So our hope is that people who enjoy the animation as a genre and as a medium will really enjoy this. Will be able to not only see a lot of the things that they love, but experience something that's completely new. I guarantee you've not seen anything like this before, and that's the feedback we've been getting so far from audiences who've been saying it's completely unique, that it's like something they've never seen before. So we're confident that we're bringing something new to this medium. So we're trying to raise $250,000, and that will fund an animation, character and background design, voice acting, sound engineering, direction, storyboarding, and all the various other aspects of production, pre and post, for a 25-minute film that we are hoping to create as a pilot for what we hope will be a full animated series. And we really want to make a difference with this film. Like, we wanted to be able to connect with people and for them to come away from it stronger and having more faith in life, as well as really enjoying it as an animated feature. So if you support, you get a number of rewards. You can receive our art book. You can receive the animatic, and you can be credited as an executive producer if you give a little more, and have direct contribution into what Hei Stories, Hei Studios does in the future. Simultaneously, this will be a labor of love for all the artists involved. So what Hei wants to be is, we want to be a hub for art, for visual artists and actors and musicians to come together and create something truly beautiful. And to continue to be able to do so, we want to be able to contribute to the world of art and make it richer, make it better, And we believe that we can truly do so, give a home for artists from around the world who want to be a part of something extraordinary and intriguing. So our artists and producers are from everywhere. So we have an artist in Vietnam, France, the United States, producers in Korea, Hong Kong, and we have, and because our themes are based on contemporary issues, which I think is evident, on issues such as tolerance and the nature of being a refugee and being accepted. We have a producer who is Syrian and a musician who is Syrian, and both of whom are very pivotal to our story and our objective of telling a really compelling tale about what it means to be human in the 21st century. Because it may seem very grim at times, but we're fundamentally optimistic that we're making progress historically, and we want to continue to be able to do so in art and in humanity and in empathy. And we hope that you will really enjoy what it is we're creating here. Thank you.